Hi guys, my name is Means. This is going to be a review for the second figure of Astrobot's line, and we have Argus. Now this is made by Toy Notch as well as Toy Forge, part of their 1/12 scale collectible figure. I did a review of Apollo, check that out, and here we go for the second one. Now it has the same box design with a cool line art on the back. Now one thing I want to point out though is a bit interesting. Now this is about 7 inches tall. I measured that up, and Argus is about the same size. Now for 1/12 scale, every inch is a foot. And looking at that diagram right there, and that person is probably 6'6", 6 foot 6 inches. That's quite tall, or even taller for that matter. And I'm Asian. I'm about 5'9". And I'm actually a little above average in terms of height, but still, there's a lot of tall people out there. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the box. Let's take a look inside. Alright, inside I just want to show this. There's no instruction manual other than some instructions in the flap of the box telling us how to install the batteries, which are 2 LR44s right there, and it should go on the back of this figure. And it lights up the eyes. I'll do that in a bit. But there's no accessories or anything of that gimmick. But you know, for what it is, and we'll show that in the review, it's actually a nice standalone figure. It has its charm just being on its own. No accessories that you have to worry about. I mean, there are trade-offs on having accessories. You got a lot of variety, all that good stuff, but sometimes just having it simple, just the way it is, it's nice. Alright, so first off, let's install the batteries. And there's a compartment here that slides down. There we go. There's a tab right there and on the underside. Alright, so this is gonna go positive side down. There's actually a diagram in the inside, and you slide that in. Now taking this out could be a little troublesome, especially if you don't have like a hook. You can use a paper clip or something of that sort to kind of pull it out, or you could install maybe a thread or something, or ribbon, kind of like how you have on your remote. That will help you, pop them out. Anyways, that's that. I'm gonna just slide this in. And now let's see how well the LEDs are. So to activate it, you just press down, and it times out on its own. And we barely see anything. Alright, let me turn off the lights. Alright, so let's see if this works. So I'm gonna go push it down again. There we go. It is very dim. I'm not sure if it's just the batteries. But it is a bit dim. I think you get about 8 seconds or something like that. But there it is. Now it is using a bit of a light piping. I mean, I turned to kind of use where you have like plastic, and usually they have the backside hollow, where you can have the light from the back kind of shining through the eyes. And I think that might be a better approach on figures. I like that more than having the LED gimmick, although I mean LED has its perks, but you can see it shining from the underside. So maybe by the time it gets to the eyes, not a lot of light gets through. I mean, light could be escaping from there, or just not enough reflection. But it is there. Alright, here we go. And let's go over some similarities and differences. And I would have to say that I think half of the mold is different. Although, looking from afar, looks like Argus is a recolor, but there are differences. First off, the head. The head is different. As you can see here you got more of a skull for Apollo, but this one kind of like have the helmet. Yep, quite different. Now the chest is obviously different, although this middle section here is the same from what I can tell. Yep, but you got circular, this one is square, even the shoulder armor is different. And on the back side, see here. The bottom half is the same, but the top part, you know, this is a little different in terms of this side right here. Yep. Now for the legs, I think the upper thigh is the same. And even this part here is different. But the upper thigh right here, I think they are molded, yeah, almost the same there. But for the lower leg, that is different, and as well as the feet, that is molded differently. So quite interesting. But for the arm, oh, almost forgot, the whole arm, I think for the most part is the same, you know, other than the colorway. Well, the shoulder again is different. And for Argus, you get something different. This one, it's like a special add-on. It's probably the only accessories that is detachable on this. And you can attach it to a polo, since they have the same hand. There we go. And it's like a blaster gimmick for the hands. Really nice. I kind of wish there's something that you can mount on the back. They probably will make some, and probably something to just kind of clamp on. But yeah, it's a cool gimmick. Alright, so let me put this back here. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the differences. But overall, it's almost identical for what we're getting. Alright, getting back to him, let's go over articulation if you haven't checked out the polo yet. So first off, you have the neck. You have a ball joint on the base of, the base of the head, and as well as the bottom of the neck. Yep. Gives a decent articulation. Kind of wish you can look up some more, but can't. Now it's using, like I mentioned before, a clear ball joint on the bottom to kind of reflect the lights. So it's nice in a way that you don't have to worry about wires if they opted for that option. Yeah, if you have wires and you're moving the joint, that's kind of dangerous, but this way, not so much. Moving on, you have your shoulder here, which actually can move forward and back, telescoping. Then you have another hinge here. This can go up as well. And one thing I forgot to mention on the other one, or I can't remember if I did, this shoulder armor can actually slide down. So kind of like on its hinge. So that's kind of a nice gimmick that you can do that. And you can do the same thing with Apollo for that matter. And you can have a bicep swivel right there. Double jointed elbow. And it's great that it kind of covers for the most part. No hollow spots. I like how that thing bends. Really nice for the elbow. And you have your wrist joint here with a hinge combination. I actually really like that as opposed to have a ball joint. Ball joint, you have a tendency for the wrist to break. This one is fairly secure. And you have a lot of articulation on the hands. Or the fingers. Hands and fingers, yep. You can even put it all the way out. So that is crazy. You have your thumb, ball joint there, and then you got like a hinge there, and yep, just a lot of articulation you can do with this. I actually had it Apollo hold one of Thor's Warhammer, so it is possible. Now also, this is the same as, or the base of the hand is the same as this one here. You'll notice that the thumbs, the ball joint socket for the thumb can be put here as well. And the bottom is just filled with something that kind of snaps on the back side there. Yeah, because this one's a little hollow there. Now there is a bit of limitation having this weapon, or the backhand cannon. But if you take that out, you have a bit more articulation. That's great for certain poses right there. There we go. Moving down, you got your torso here, which has a ball joint. Has a decent up crunch. there, and you can lean way back. So that is great. You have also waist pivot. I'm actually kind of curious if you can rotate this around. I mean, it's kind of weird having that front, but I guess you can rotate the whole vertebra around. Moving down here, like your shoulder, you can move this down as well. So you can do the splits. Move up. Now, this is in a certain angle, you know, for the pelvic area. So it goes onto the side as opposed to having this thing front. It's not too bad, especially in certain poses and you have him running. You know, having that angle is not too bad. You have a tie swivel, that way you can kind of compensate, get it straightened out in certain angles. So that's good. And you have your knee bend. Knee bend is double joint as well, and really nice. I like how the cut is there. Yeah, really nice knee bend. There we go. And you got your ankle articulation, which is a combination of hinges as opposed to ball joint, which I like. That is nice because hinges are actually more secure. I think I mentioned that before, but hinges I like more. And you have your wide stand pose that, yeah, it's almost if you have the ball joint. And you have a toe joint as well, a little bit. So, toe joint and everything. Yeah, overall the articulation on this guy is amazing. Yeah, you can do a lot of cool poses. Actually, speaking of which, I want to demonstrate this pose here. So, let's say he's doing some kind of, what do you call that? Meditation. There we go. You can fold the legs, have the feet together. There we go. We'll move this up here. Let's take this out. Doesn't need his weapon when meditating. And let's just go like this. There we go. Up close and do the same thing for. And for some of you who are following my Facebook page, I did this pose already, but I just want to demonstrate that again. So there we go. Let me grab my tumbler here. Aha! Quite nice. Alright, next pose I want to demonstrate is probably let's do a handstand. So I'll go with this right hand here, bend this all the way, kind of, there we go. Just have this hand on the back side. Gonna spread the legs. That's good. All right. I don't have even surface, but I think it'll work. Just gotta find that right balance. Whoops, close enough. All right, just gotta open up the fingers here. Find that sweet spot. It is a balancing act as well. There we go. Yeah, really nice. Here we go, fusion dance. And this just tells you how awesome the articulation on these videos are. Really amazing. And this at the end, just throwing it out there for our master bot. Why not? Alright, and let's do a quick size comparison with the Gypsy Avenger. This is from Bandai with their Robot Spirits line or Robot Damashi. And actually this one is quite tall compared to other Robot Damashi, because here's another one. This is the Gundam Mark II. And that is your typical robot Damashi size. Look how tall that guy is. But look at the Astro boss. Really tall. Well, comparing to this particular scale. The 144 for Bandai. But these guys are 1/12 scale. Because they're supposedly scale with humans. And yeah, quite amazing. Anyways, that's pretty much it for my review. Again, I got mine from Toy Notch during the pre-order time. I think right now it's currently sold out, but I think once they've sent out all their pre-orders or get all those sorted out, maybe they'll open up for more orders, hopefully. This is a really great figure, and for those checking out my review, planning to get this, I highly recommend getting it. They're about 60 bucks, and you're getting a really articulated figure, nice details, and so far it's a solid figure. No issues yet. The joints are holding fine. Yeah, just really good stuff. Anyways, that's about it for this review. If you got questions, let me know. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.